Okay, now we're going to use ChatGPT to turn a panoramic photo into a scrolling video. All right, so here is the panoramic photo that we're going to use in the beginning. And here is the video of the end result so you know what it is that we're actually trying to make. So something like this really just brings the photo to life. If you aren't an expert programmer, this would not be very easy to make, and this is just one of many examples of the type of thing that you can do with AI, and it should basically just give you an idea what else you might want to make. So the particular example doesn't really matter, it's all about the process. Okay, so the first prompt that we gave was this. It was, here is a panoramic photo. Can you make a video of this starting full screen left to right and send me the video as an MP4? And of course, we uploaded the photo first. Now, this is not a particularly good prompt, and that is kind of the point, honestly. This was the first thing that came to mind. We just sat there at the computer and started writing. And one of the main points of this whole course is just the idea that you really don't need to be perfect with your prompts. You don't have to be some kind of engineer with it. Just start with something and see what comes back and then adjust. So here was the output from that first prompt. Okay, so as you can see, it sort of worked, but there are a couple of obvious problems here. It had the whole black screen at the top and bottom, and by the end of the video, the whole screen was black. So now we need to make another prompt, and we said, great, but can you make sure the video shows no empty black space, make it start from the left and pan slowly to the right. The whole video should be 10 seconds long and show no black space. Make the video have the dimensions 1920 by 1080 pixels. All right, and if you don't know the pixel size or you didn't know it, you could always look it up online, but honestly, you probably didn't even really need that. Okay, so again, here is the final result, and that is just from these two prompts, and these prompts obviously were not particularly good. You didn't need any coding knowledge. You didn't really need much knowledge at all other than English and just a basic idea of what you wanted, and it was amazing that it could work with only these two prompts. So a couple of take-home points really from this little exercise here is to, number one, just get creative. Did you think you could code videos with these two pretty basic prompts, or did you even think this type of thing was an option? Think about what else you can try. Another point is to focus on the result, not the prompt. So just start with what comes to mind and see what happens. Have fun, play with it, don't worry too much about it, and don't get stuck with prompt paranoia. Another point is you often won't get your desired outcome with your first prompt, and often not your second either, but don't worry about it. Just have a conversation with ChatGPT and explain how you'd like it fixed, whatever they come back with. And the last point is it's really good to pretend that ChatGPT is like a really hard-working employee who is always willing to help. Let it do all the hard work and keep working until you get what you want. If you think of them as a human, you're naturally not going to ask them to do that much because you feel sorry for them. You're overworking them. But obviously with ChatGPT, even though it's kind of human-like, it's really just a machine back there that'll do whatever you want for as long as you want. So just keep playing around with it and keep asking it to do stuff, and eventually it will.